Alright, Motosquatch here, just leaving Biggs Harley. Rode up here to pick up a couple quarts of Sin 3 oil. Now we're going to ride back home. Friday morning, SoCal. So I was feeling a little weird yesterday about the motovlogging. Thinking, is this weird? And then I follow a guy named Blockhead Moto on YouTube. He does motovlogging. And I decided to go watch his first video. And it just happened to be, is motovlogging weird? And he was talking about how he was watching motovlogging and thought it interesting. Wanted to start doing it, and I feel inspired again after watching that first video, because I watched it and he pretty much started out just like I am. And you got to start somewhere. So I like his content. I like the moto vlogging. I found it very interesting, and I want to start doing it. So as you all know, I got this 2021 Iron 883 to commute back and forth from my job. I moved about 30 miles away, so I wanted to get something that was easy on gas and I could maneuver through traffic and lane split. So I got this bike from San Diego Harley, and when I first got it, I ended up dropping it. Didn't even have 500 miles on it. Didn't even get it past the initial break-in period, and I ended up dropping it. Caused $1,700 in damage. Harley Davidson had it for 3 months waiting on parts. It was a total bummer. What happened was, I lived in these apartments by the beach. Parking was in the alley on kind of a sloped surface next to the building. The alley was all cracked, and the asphalt was all lumpy. And some new owners took over the building. So they ended up doing a bunch of remodels. And they put one of those big storage pods across diagonally 3 of the parking spaces, which virtually made the parking lot unusable for cars. And then across the alley, they tore down the little house and were building this big monstrosity of a building. So there was all this crazy construction going on. I usually park my bike on the street in front of my apartment, but the street sweeper comes Thursday morning. So I would always have to move my bike off the street. So I would move it around to the side and park it between this storage pod and the building and chain it to this storage pod. So that morning I got up, went to go get my bike. They had the alley blocked off, all this construction. They were tearing up all the asphalt in the alley. They had all this heavy equipment. So it was pretty chaotic. I went to get my bike, I unlocked it. I had to take it out between the building and the storage pod, which was like about a 2-foot space. Bike fits through. So I started it up. I'm going very slowly, doing the crab walk, penguin walk, whatever you want to call it, over the lumpy pavement, cracked lumpy pavement, and the bike just started coming over on me. I tried so hard to keep it up, but it came over on me and pinned me between the storage pod and the bike. It It must have made a loud noise because all the construction guys came running over. Here I am, laying against the storage pod with the 550-pound bike on me. Pissed, embarrassed. I turned into the Hulk. I'm not a big guy, 5'7", 145 pounds. And I just turned into the Hulk and wrenched this thing up. Fired it up, took off, pissed. The back fender was crunched. I wasn't happy. So I got to work, made up some story. I was embarrassed, hurt, pissed, made up a story. Some guy hit it while it was parked. Called the insurance company, called San Diego Harley, called the tow company. Got it towed to San Diego Harley. I eventually later came clean that day and told everyone what happened, but I was so pissed and embarrassed. Everyone was actually pretty supportive. I was like thinking, oh, motorcycles are dangerous, we told you so, but no, it wasn't anything like that. But later that day, my back started hurting. Looked in the mirror, shoulder had this lumpy bone sticking up. My girlfriend was calling me the Night King from Game of Thrones because I had this bony lump sticking up on my shoulder. It was kind of funny looking. But I wasn't even going fast. I was going so slow. So I don't know if it's from me like hulking the bike up off of me or hitting the storage pod, but I kind of got hurt. But anyway, it all worked out good because I got the bike, I was riding around, kind of ingrained in bad habits, getting mad and irritated people cutting me off, flipping people off. And God basically took my bike away for 3 months because I took this opportunity when they had my bike. It was a total bummer. I kept calling, hey, are the parts in yet? Months are going by. No, we haven't heard anything. We'll call you. I never got a call. So I took the opportunity to learn about motorcycle safety while they had my bike. Signed up for the California Motorcycle Safety Program. The day I signed up, they called me. Oh, your parts are here. Your bike will be ready in 3 days. I'm like, whoa. That's the day that I finished this program. So I finished the second day of the basic motorcycle safety course. My bike was ready. I went straight from there, picked up my bike, went home, stoked. So everybody drops their bike. There's really nothing to be embarrassed of. There's always going to be the haters out there that'll make fun of you, but most people are pretty darn supportive. Most motorcycle riders are very supportive. So I ended up buying an engine guard in case this ever happens again. I got it used off the Facebook group Sportster Owners Only, which is an awesome group, by the way. Awesome people. Most of the people are awesome. There's a few haters. But most everybody's pretty supportive. You can ask any kind of question. It doesn't matter how dumb it is or dumb you think it is. Supportive people will answer. Rob, I think he's the administrator. We've been talking a little bit. Cool guy. Matt, got these Vance & Hines mufflers from him. Totally appreciate it. Justin, got the excuse me, I almost said crash bar. I'm going to call it an engine guard. It's the Harley Davidson one. I was going to buy it anyway. Harley Davidson, they get a ton of money. I'd rather support fellow brothers on the Sportster group if I can. Don't get me wrong, I'll buy from Harley when I need to. But I'm super stoked about this engine guard. It came with the foot peg kit on it already, which I didn't know. I thought I was going to have to buy that extra, but I'm super stoked it came with it. I'm going to do a video on that install this weekend. So Blockhead, I went back and watched his first video, and he pretty much started off just like I am. Kind of unconfident, not sure, thought he felt it kind of weird talking to himself. But really, you're talking to people, and like he said, this is therapy. This is my therapy.